All right, hello and welcome everyone. We have today a nice joinDOTA Division 2 game. It's going to be MIT up against Infused, and I'm actually joining now. Let me know how I say this. Kusher?
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, it's culture.
Culture? Okay.
Say it, really.
Wasn't sure. So if you want to introduce Heflatv, because I'm actually new to this, so you tell them about it a little bit.
Yeah, this is a Heflatv presentation of sorts. My name is Coucher, of course, as Reynes already introduced me. But yeah, it's the first time we're actually having her over here, because, well, we're in need of broadcasters, because I live in the jungle, according to Heflatv, which is Estonia, so
5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here at the moment, and hopefully it's gonna work out fine.
Yeah, and I'm happy to give it a shot, practice my camera work. Hopefully I won't get flamed too much. It's been a little while since I've had to do it. I have been spoiled in the past, but we'll see. Alright, so got us into the draft here. We see some pretty standard 6.8 bands coming out. The AA, Ember, Invoker, and Batrider. And actually no Naga Siren touched at all here, which is a little strange.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a common thing with Division 2 teams, at least as far as I've been casting them. They just somehow overlook the Naga Siren completely. Maybe they just can't actually appreciate that hero to its fullest. But the draft overall, MIT, they went really standard, getting the Lycan and Centaur, and even though they're on the Radiant side, still the Lycan, a strong hero at the moment. But Infused, picking up the Crystal Maiden when there were so many stronger heroes to choose from.
Yeah, it's a very... I'm surprised we don't see a stronger Mirana combo here. I mean, no Bane, Shadow Demon, even someone like a Venomancer is a much more popular and damage-dealing support.
Dire team pick.
I would say maybe a pocket strategy or something that they're very comfortable with.
Yeah, it must. Well, they pick up a Jakira as well, so their support's definitely out of the ordinary. At least the Crystal Maiden and the Aura actually will be really strong for them, because the Nature's Prophet requires a lot of mana for the Nature's Call, and the Mirana as well, just spamming out the Starstorm and the Arrow. I guess it can work out. And of course the Frostbite is decent in kiting around the Lycan maybe, and of course the Crystal Nova for the Centaur as well.
Now I actually like the Jakiro, while his turn rate may be abysmal and challenging.
Team pick.
When you have someone like a Lycan, what a lot of teams struggle with is having sufficient counter push. So I think Jakiro will afford them that, just to help keep back Necros and Wolves and etc.
10 seconds
while allowing Prophet to split push as well. So I'm okay with the strategy to fight a Lycan. It's just not in our usual, what we normally see.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And actually, they do have some push of their own with the Nature's Prophet, and Liquid Fire from the Jakira. It's actually a pretty strong ability as well for it. And do you think they're actually going to go for a 5th hero that can also push maybe something like the Death Prophet for the mid lane?
Yeah, either a Death Prophet or maybe a Dragon Knight to tank up, get a little
Radiant team ban.
A little more late game potential just in case, you know, kind of hedging your bets on all sides. Now this Abaddon ban from Infused is... Now what are they... That might give a clue as to what they're planning to pick up. But then again, these teams might scrim, they might know each other, even if I'm unfamiliar with them. They might know, just because this Chen and Enchantress banning out as well. I mean, that goes a little beyond banning push. That kind of speaks to maybe there's a support on the side of MIT that really prefers these jungle micro-intense heroes.
Yeah, it definitely leaves an opinion like that at the moment. But the Abaddon ban, I guess it's just that they don't want the arrow buff or debuff, however you want to call it, to get negated by the Aphotic Shield. And actually, speaking of the Dragon Knight, like you said, it would have been a nice pick for them, but it does get banned out. So if they actually do end up going, well, okay, Witch Doctor, so...
Radiant team pick.
This is kind of like...
Which of the supports is going to be farming?
I would say it's a farming Witch Doctor.
Is it going to be mid lane then as well?
Actually, Witch Doctor... Sorry, go ahead.
I actually think it might be Witch Doctor mid lane with Jakiro, Crystal Maiden, Mirana, aggressive tri-lane, and Nature's Prophet against Centaur maybe, on the safe lane.
Yeah, I could see that. A mid Witch Doctor is actually very powerful. Now, my issue is he's not that powerful up against a Storm Spirit. And a Keeper pickup. This is... I think we'll have an interesting game ahead of us. Not standard at all.
It certainly feels like they think that the patch has already hit or something. Jakiro with the macro fire buff, Keeper of Light with the Aghanims as well.
Witch Doctor got massive buffs actually in that patch.
Oh yeah, they changed Maledict, right?
No, oh yeah, no, they lowered the cooldown on Maledict, and Witch Doctor's ult does even more damage. Instead of damage every 0.25, it does it every 0.22.
Oh god. Well, exactly. I love it because that hero is awesome.
Yeah, he's my second favorite. I'm so excited that he got buffed. I was thinking the same thing. This is kind of like a, did the patch happen and I didn't notice sort of draft?
10 seconds remaining.
Is it a, we need to move into this new mindset even before it happens to practice?
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure.
It's, I think it just comes down to the difference between tier 1 and tier 2 teams, or well, they can experiment as well, and of course it's nice to be prepared when the patch actually does hit. So, and of course, well, I know that Infused as an organization, they've been around for quite a while now, in different games as well, of course. But in Dota, you haven't really heard that name whatsoever, almost.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them either. And I just want to check my open mic is on, so we're all set there. I always have a problem going back and forth between playing and casting. So I will introduce MIT because they're standing right in front of me. And we'll give Infused over to you. So we've got Sharfik playing up on the Storm Spirit. Looks like he's headed to the mid lane. Keeper of the Light picked up by the Apathy. Running bottom, safe lane, tri lane, I'm guessing. Centaur being played by Unstop. He's actually also heading bottom now. We'll see where these lanes set up. Lycan picked up by You Shall Not Pass. Maybe seems he should be playing over on the Coddle. And Sword Art will be playing our support Rubik.
Yeah, and for Infused on the dire side, Elia will be playing up on the Witch Doctor, Cook playing the Crystal Maiden, Tyrox being, I'm guessing, the support check hero, with Richie on the Mirana. Oh, there might be the first blood. There's the Paralyzing Cask. Arrow actually will miss, and looks like it won't happen after all.
Yeah, it was a nice smoke. I'm guessing just for some aggressive warding, but not. Yeah, so they're warding up the jungle. Maybe in preparation. Do they expect a Lycan jungle here?
I think they actually might, or maybe if they're putting enough pressure on the lane with the aggressive tri-lane, then the Lycan actually won't have a chance to even go into the jungle to get some farm. Or maybe Keeper of the Light stacking and farming.
The battle
Not too sure.
Potentially. It seems a little strange, but to each their own. Now, right now we see an aggressive tri-lane with a Centaur, which it's not that strange. You can run a Centaur there. You can get a lot of kills if you're strategic about it. And then an off-lane Lycan?
Yeah, it sure looks like it. I think they were expecting the aggressive tri-lane coming out by Infused. So Lycan against the Nature's Prophet, he should be fine, although the Nature's Prophet actually might be able to harass the Lycan out on the early levels. Might be actually, and oh, it's a Jakiro mid lane, so...
I know, that one I was not
expecting.
And he'll have an even harder time up against Storm Spirit. I mean, at least Witch Doctor has a really fast disable. Now, what I do like about this Centaur down here is that he can actually hold his own up against a tri-lane, especially in the long lane, allowing Rubik and Coddle to maybe be a little more mobile, although the camps are warded, so yeah, the stacking and pulling a lot more challenging. They're going on Unstop here. He's very low. Rubik throws him actually over. First blood up on Unstop. They're going to get the Witch Doctor in return. And yeah, I don't think they'll be able to kill Richie.
There it goes.
Yeah, one more life left. It's close.
2 HP. Oh god, that was so close. And of course the hoof stomp missing on everybody, which just unfortunate. At least the Rubik did survive. For a second I actually thought that the Rubik might fall down as well with the Mirana right-clicking away. But never underestimate the Keeper of Light with the Illuminate.
Yeah, and actually Jakiro very low here on this mid lane as well. I think I think Tyrox is going to have a really hard time up against Sharfik. Storm Spirit Jakiro just doesn't seem like a favorable matchup. He might... No, he chooses not to dive. He's too low, actually from the Liquid Fire. So Liquid Fire might be able to help him just harass down Sharfik enough. I would guess that's the plan.
That is ours.
Yeah, and actually, the attack slow from both the Liquid Fire and the Dual Breath, it was so funny to watch actually Sharfik just trying to get one right click onto Tyrox. Didn't happen. I guess it's a strong enough slow, but once the Storm Spirit hits level 6, you actually won't be able to land the Liquid Fire as easily.
It'll be much more easily disjointed. But I mean, the harass is impressive. That's Sharfik. Yeah, he's picked up his bottle. So, Jakiro, what is this? Tyrox, he'll have a little harder time dealing with it. Now there is a smoked up, or no, actually, Invis Rune, Sword Art here in the mid lane. Lift on the Jakiro, throws him down. There's this pull in, and one more auto attack. Very strange. It almost looked like Sharfik's auto attack threw towards Rubik, so it threw me off a little bit.
And actually that was a really easy setup. Jakiro, no way he could actually escape. He's quite slow as well, only 290 movement speed. But top lane Lycan going somewhat aggressive on the Nature's Prophet, although he doesn't have too much HP himself. But so far, last hit wise, he is actually winning his lane.
Which, now, it does help. He started out with a double damage. So probably helped him get some early CS and finish, although the Bazzi ring doesn't help him last hit, but can be maybe, I don't know, confidence booster, help him out. Yeah, it looks like Sharfik's just gonna bottle crow. He doesn't really want to leave this middle lane. I think he has a definite advantage here, and he'll just allow his supports to go for the
telekinesis bottom lane into the hoof stomp as well. The double edge not there, the illuminate, and finally double edge grabs the kill. Easy pick up once again. Sword Art on the Rubik just came in from the side. 8-3 through the side shop. And just little flank action, landing the middle.
Alright, not quite a dark horse. With a 54.4% pick rate, Centaur Warrunner is the most competitively picked hero of the past week. Interesting. And actually,
can't say it's... Whoa. Yeah, mid lane, Sword Spirit might be in trouble. He's on the run. No. Wow, I did not see that kill happening whatsoever. Jakiro has hit level 6 as well. He's getting chased down.
I think he'll fall here. There's a lift from Rubik. Actually, not a very high level Illuminate there. I think he's going to pick off Sword Art. Yeah, one more auto attack does it. Now, Apathy should manage to get a return kill, but Tyrox trying to do as much damage as possible beforehand. Let me... I think my Dota sounds might be a little loud. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to turn them down.
And actually, the center went down on the bottom lane at the same time as well. So Infused, grabbing some nice kills, and Jakiro, that attack speed slow on the Rubik as well, proving to be something that MIT just weren't expecting at all.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely underestimated it. And he manages to pick off the Storm Spirit and a Rubik. Now, this isn't a lane you expect Jakiro to win, but he's doing very well. And Storm Spirit has a regen bottled, headed top. Infused a little low. Yeah, here's a zip in from the storm, pulling him in. One more auto attack, yeah. And he hasn't even used the regen rune, so he still has that available. He'll probably use it to go on Tyrox here in the middle.
Yeah, bottom lane, Centaur arrowed up, frostbitten as well. He's still alive. Uses the magic Cool Stomp, Illuminate, easy counter kill at least on the Crystal Maiden, but he does fall in return. That burst damage, it's so sick from MIT. Even if they get caught with the initiation on them, still manage to turn around at least one kill, but Sharfik going aggressive. He might find somebody. Yeah, drags the Mirana in, but paralyzing cast is there. He might go down. Can he zip out? No, way too aggressive plays there.
Does manage to get it split, so I would assume that that's less gold overall.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I guess it's a nice idea to go in like that with the regen rune, but just one stun under the tower, it's like, eh.
Yeah, and look at this middle tower. Jakiro in this absence of Storm Spirit, which has really only been a minute, managed to get the entire tower. So I'm guessing a nice gold lead for Infused. I'm going to pull up the graph. Yeah, so it just went in their favor with the kill on that tower. And Tyrox going after You Shall Not Pass. You Shall Not Pass as a haste, so he's quite a bit faster.
Yeah, this Jakiro, it's so baffling to me that he's working out way better than expected, I guess. Sure, he died twice early on, but getting the tier 1 tower and now rotating top, so I'm guessing that tower is not gonna stand for too long, especially with the 3 ends there to help as well.
Yeah, oh, there's an arrow on unstop bottom, comboed up with a cast. Rubik does a defensive lift, not enough. CM comes in, Frostbite, and yeah, one more auto attack from the Witch Doctor finishes off. I think they're gonna get Sword Art here. Might be able to juke. Yeah, and Mirana gets killed by the tower, and they're actually gonna leave Sword Art alone. You don't want to risk death to another tower or rotations from anyone else on MIT, I think. Sharkpick will have a hard time holding off this push top.
Where's the party? Here I
So he's gonna zip in. He's got the pull up on Tyrox. Unstop is here. He gets a nice stomp, double edge. Yeah, Storm Spirit picks up the kill. So actually, rotation in from Unstop lets them hold back this push, but this tower is still pretty low.
Yeah, the tower's not long for this world, I guess.
Lycan going in.
Oh,
did you see how quickly she melted?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the howl wasn't even used for that either. So, did you get hit by the Illuminate as well?
Yeah, that was the majority of the damage. It's a level 3 Illuminate, and I think it almost fully charged.
Yeah, that's way too much damage for the Crystal Maiden to handle. One of the squishiest supports in this game, actually. But I'm not too sure when you changed your game sounds or if it was enough, because a viewer is saying that they're too loud.
Yeah, I think they're okay now. I'll turn them down a little bit more just in case, but yeah, that was... I only turned them down like...
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom lane, some action.
Missing a fight! Sorry. Okay. Nobody dead yet.
Oh, Paralyzing Cask actually bouncing her arrow as well. Rubik will go down. Sharpie gets stunned. No mana on him, but no slows either. So only a lonely Rubik dying from a 4-on-5 engagement, more or less.
But Infused does manage to grab a tower, which is nice for them. It actually puts them in the lead as far as towers go. Pedigree Chum. Wagamama was part of Infused roster in 2011-2012. Wow. So Infused is just maybe a nice farm team. I like this strategy. I don't know. Jakiro might be a little low on mobility for current meta as far as the, Division 1 teams go, but he's showing a very impressive skill set here. Zip in from the Storm Spirit. Yeah, he gets the Mirana in his pull. Now there's the Centaur ultimate, Witch Doctor ult flying around. Nobody able to get there and interrupt him, doing a ton of damage here to Unstop. Unstop's gonna fall to the ultimate, switches over to the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit getting away with almost no health. Apathy giving him some mana so that he can zip. Oh goodness, this is a very stretched out fight. So Prophet managing to pick off the Rubik, but return kill from the tower on him. So 3 for 2.
Yeah, actually, I would have thought that Infused is going to lose this fight way harder than they did, with the initial initiation coming out from MIT. Well, at least the Storm Spirit did survive, and the Lycan actually keeps on farming pretty well. Top lane has the Invis rune as well, so not going to get ganked up. And looking at the net worth, this Lycan is way too far ahead of Infused, I think, for their liking. He already has threads, Vladimir's offering 10 minutes in, and a bottle as well, so maybe a Medallion of Courage, maybe just straight out Necro Rush.
Now, I think that Infused aren't really looking to out-farm a Lycan. I think they're looking to just win. Because, I mean, I don't know when you would ever expect a Mirana carry to really or hold up to a Lycan combined up with a Storm Spirit. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So, because they're running 3 supports.
Really. Well, at the moment, Infused, their game plan, I guess, was to completely outpush and outfight the Lycan early on, before he actually gets his items and starts the massive split push. So far, their push actually has been somewhat successful, going for the tier 1, the easier towers, but the Illuminate, it's so hard to push up against that. Just Fate Bolt Illuminate, the treants are tanky enough, I guess, but just only by a little.
Yeah, Coddle is a nice anti-push here. Now that tower was very low to start with, so I don't think MIT fully committed to the defense. Now, it looks like Infused either wants to fight, go for the second tower, force a fight, which is what they need to do. And yeah, cast just to hit up on Sharpik. Arrow misses, he zips away. Now he is frostbitten. Zipping 4, pulling in on Cook. Cook trying to run himself away. Yeah, gets picked off by Sharvik. Sharvik trying to run himself out now. And he's got the Centaur ult to help him out.
Yeah, and he found the regen rune now as well. He just might go back in.
Yeah, and I don't think MIT will be expecting this. That was a nice Illuminate. Zip in by Sharvik again. Pull away on Tyrox. Tyrox might fall here. Witch Doctor ult bouncing around. They need to interrupt it somehow. And they managed to stop it. So actually 2 dropping on Infused. I do not think they were expecting that from Sharvik. That was actually 3 kills for MIT and tower defense successful.
Yeah, and this doesn't really bode well for Infused, that they can't even win a fight 5 versus 4. Of course, that lucky regen rune, that was so good for them. And actually the center was farming up the bottom lane just before TPing in. And he just finished his Blink Dagger, which allowed him to actually get a double man hoof stomp as well. After the initial champion by the Storm. So really nice fight, and the Lycan actually got the tier 2 mid and the tier 3 tower almost down to half HP in the mid lane as well. So the Lycan, the split push is getting stronger and stronger, and now soon the Necro level 1 will come out as well.
Yeah, Infused is going to have very, very careful team fights here, because actually Sharvik is really scary. He's going for an Orchid, and all of Infused will have a really hard time to deal with that Orchid. They're not a terribly mobile team. They have a hard time kind of getting away from MIT when you have that Storm Spirit zip, the Centaur ult, and just a Lycan is very fast if he pops his ult. Yeah, and Infused gonna go for this Roche.
They're gonna get caught though, I think.
Yeah, now it was pinged out by MIT. MIT no, and there's, I mean, they've got these sentries up, so, which I actually always forget that I can't draw on the river.
Yeah, well, oh, Stampede goes in.
The stomp, there's a zip in from the Storm Spirit. Yeah, he's zipping around. He wants to take out this Jakiro. He gets a Vortex up on him, zipping back and forth, trying to kill the Jakiro before he can do any more damage. And actually, Apathy gonna fall on the other side of the fight. Sharvik is frostbitten. He's out of mana. He gets hit by an arrow, manages to pick up the Crystal Maiden in return, but Infused doing a nice job in this fight. Looks like they're gonna get Sword Art here as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That was an unbelievably good fight for them. I don't know how they pulled it off. I guess finally the numbers advantage came there, because they were S5 of course, and MIT, they split up a little bit too much. Unstopped went towards the right side of the fight and suddenly had to face the Witch Doctor's the Death Ward, completely got wrecked by it, and they just went through the heroes one by one, whereas MIT, they spread their forces and couldn't really pick up too many heroes. Well, they got the 2 support kills, I guess. Or well, the Jakiro, I really think he's a support. In this game he's not, but just seeing that hero, your mind clicks.
Yeah, and now, do they want to fight this again? Apathy has an invis, but there's sentries down. There's a nice Blink double inch up on Cook. Morana ult, hoping to get them away, but again, there's still sentries. They have to run out of vision there. And actually, they put down a second sentry next to their first sentry. So, it's really enthusiastic dewarding.
Well, if one can't do the job, maybe 2 will. At least the Roche actually did go down in the end, and the Aegis, up on the Mirana, I didn't even really pay attention to that at all.
Yeah, I was more just thinking about Jakiro, really. He has picked up a mech. I mean, I'm still considering this a support Jakiro. I don't think he got a great deal of farm middle. That's actually Necro 2 up on the Lycan. Shark very low, bottling up before re-engaging in this fight. Yeah, Cass bouncing around. Actually, Witch Doctor ult canceled almost right away. Yeah, I think his Cass got stolen. Bouncing around. Cook gonna fall here to the Lycan. Sharvik zips in. No one to find. They've all made it back into base. Somebody used a drum to help them get there more quickly.
Well, MIT once again, they lose the Centaur, but that's what the Centaur actually does. He just baits out almost every single spell from Infused. And even though the Centaur dies, Infused, they just don't have enough gas in the tank anymore to finish up the other heroes. And I'm guessing the tier 1 and tier 2 towers are the next goal for MIT now, on this bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the pushing power is about equal of both teams, but the initiation coming out of MIT is a lot stronger, so they can take fights behind towers and guarantee their ability to push, while Infused just kind of has to take advantage of situations that MIT is creating. They don't have a lot of power to create their own fights.
Yeah, and it does definitely hurt them. Like you spoke about in the draft as well, them actually not getting a Dragon Knight or a hero like the Dragon Knight, it does hurt them because they don't have any tanky presence in the front line. I guess the Jakiro is the tankiest of them, but that's not nearly something like a Centaur.
Yeah, and it just doesn't have the same initiation potential. I guess they spot out the wolves. And now I haven't mentioned him yet, but I am joined by my wonderful stats man, Petty. He does a great job. He actually found me on, well, I sort of found him on Cheever's stream, and then he headed over to mine, and he's been helping me with casting, providing some nice stats. So he just pointed out Marana, first item drum, not a very good win rate. Prophet gets picked off by the Storm Spirit, so that also doesn't help with the counter push. But yeah, so Marana drum first is not the best win rate, and I would say because a lot of times Marana picks up a drum because she doesn't have anything else. There's actually a stomp and a lift up on the Marana, so Aegis burned. Yeah, Centaur all used. Now he is frostbitten in place, not able to do a lot from it. Marana hitting away on him, just trying to focus them down. Ice Path only to land up on the CM. They're chasing him behind the tower, earn to keep him alive. Arrow flying, but a miss. Nice Ice Path here by Jakiro. Liquid Fire in on Apathy. Caught off very low. And his mech time cooldown about 30 seconds. Unstopped's gonna die from this Witch Doctor ultimate, so they do manage to pick off the Centaur. There's a... I'm missing him. Okay, there was a zip in from the storm, but they went in biz, so he couldn't find them.
And it's always the Centaur just dying. Every single fight he dies, but he got a really nice 3-man hoof stomp. And once again, Lycan just split pushes at the same time. Now the tier 3 top lane is low as well. The fight, I think it was only a 1-for-1, Centaur for Jakiro. So somewhat worth it. Oh, never. The Mirana lost Aegis as well, so I guess that's one extra life maybe.
Yeah,
and actually the Mirana got caught by a stolen arrow to begin with.
Yeah, that's what I saw an arrow flying and I was like, oh, Infused is initiating, and then I was like, why is Mirana stunned? Lycan, I would say backdooring, but tier 1s don't really have backdoor protection. He just wants to get this tower. They do fortify just to save it, maybe to pick up a kill on the Lycan. Yeah, nice arrow to hit. Does she have, yep, dropping stars from Prophet ports in as well to try and hold the Lycan here. And actually, Mirana gonna fall. And yeah, they pick off the Lycan in return. But dominating streak for a killing spree. Not sure if that's what Infused wanted to trade there.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work out in their favor after all, and they went 3 versus 1. They weren't able to deny the tower, and they gave away a kill as well in the meantime, so Lycan still coming out ahead. He had the Necrobook level 3 already before that. And of course now Apathy has finished up the mech as well for some time, now working towards what I'm guessing is gonna be the Veil of Discord. So even more damage with the Illuminate, hell yeah!
Oh goodness. And, you know, I was looking through the 6.81 patch notes. Obviously, I did a commentary on it on my stream just to kind of talk with viewers about what was going on. And, a lot of these heroes, yeah, Crystal Maiden, Default, Sharfik, he's just feeding off these supports. A lot of the heroes they gave Ags upgrades to, you're just like, well, they're never going to be able to farm an Ag. But Coddle is someone who can farm an Agnes. He gets a lot of money for a support. And, yeah, zip in by Sharfik. He gets the Vortex up on Infused. Yeah, and actually, I'm guessing that was the Orchid debuff that killed him there.
Yeah, it sure looked like it at the moment. And the Orchid just such a strong pickup, especially because he got it really early on. And now already up to 3k gold. So I'm guessing BKB is the most logical choice against the lineup of Infused.
It could go BKB. I would say MIT's doing very well, so, and Sharfik hasn't had too much trouble staying alive. I mean, he's 11-3! Oh my goodness, did you see that? He's 11-3! He's got a haste, they are smoked. And I think they know about everyone down here bottom. Yeah, and he actually is gonna zip in here on Cook, use the Vortex, make sure, oh no, she doesn't die. She'll die to the Soul, well, she'll die to the Illuminate. Actually, Stomp, I believe, misses everyone, and now, do they have any vision? They do, they've got a Sentry Ward up over here. Richie trying to run himself away. Cask actually almost saving Richie here. 7 more seconds on a leap before he can get out of here.
Dire's middle barracks are
But
under attack.
they got raxed! I mean,
Dire's
space
middle
created, I
barracks
guess.
has fallen.
Yeah, and they didn't even lose that
Dire's
many. They
top
only lost the
tower is
Rubik
under
themselves,
attack.
I think. And even though they didn't rack up too many kills, like you
Dire's
said,
top
space
tower has
created
fallen.
Lycan. That's exactly why that hero is actually so strong at the moment.
And
Gets the
Vortex.
racks and they're gonna get Pyrox.
Yep, more soul burn. Nice ultimate here by Infused. Sharpix stuck in the trees. The cat's bouncing around. I think, yeah, Sharpix gonna fall. Wicked 6 streak going over to the Nature's Prophet. But you shall not pass, just running himself away. Oh, nice port. And yeah, Quelling Blade still up on You Shall Not Pass to deal with this Prophet. They're trying to chase him down. Marana uses a drum charge. I think he's gonna try and use Trance to block up the Lycan. Does she have a leap? Okay, a leap already used to give attack speed. I think they're gonna get him. That's another kill on the Lycan. So he's died twice pretty recently, but I mean, these racks.
Yeah, just being 1.5 racks down, and of course, the top lane, the melee racks are still standing, so the range racks won't make that huge of a difference, but the lane will still be pushing in constantly, as will the mid lane. So MIT now, they have all the space in the world to just keep on farming up. Pipe of Insight actually finished on non-stop now, just needs the courier to bring it out. Even working on a Shivas. So they have the teamfight items, they have the Veil of Discord ready for some time now, 4 staff on the Rubik as well. That's all they need, and Charfik actually going for a Bloodstone.
Yeah, that's I don't even know if he needs the BKB. BKB is defensive on Storm, and he's being so aggressive, zipping around and everything. And he did die to the Witch Doctor in the last fight, but BKB only would have done so much there because he was held in place for a little bit. Storming ahead. Sharfik currently has the highest experience per minute in the game, around 590. The hero averages 486. Just, I like to read the stats out loud, guys, because sometimes you're looking other places or whatever, but I want you guys to hear these cool stats, get them to you. Sometimes I pretend that casting is radio, and you can actually see what's going on.
Well, some people watch with lower qualities as well, and it's actually sometimes kind of hard to make out what the stats window says. So it's still nice.
Yeah, I tend to listen to casts rather than actually watch because I do it while I'm doing other work. I want to offer other people the same opportunity. And MIT grabbing this Roche here, it is, yeah, it's getting pinged out. I'm pretty sure that was a brownish orange ping. But there's nothing Infused can do about it. And the gold graph is it's about 14,000 in favor of MIT here. I'm not sure what Infused can do. MIT is going to have to take some very unfortunate fights and allow Infused to get at least a barracks in return. But MIT has all of their outer towers right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to repel the push, or are they? Apathy gonna get caught there.
A zip in from Sharpik, Vortex up on Infused soon. The Lycan is BKB'd. He's attacking away the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet gonna fall. Witch Doctor trying to ult. He's gonna fall as well. Yeah, the Marana gets killed too here on the other side of the fight. Jakiro gets taken down. Witch Doctor buys back to try and save this fight. Sharpik very low. Yeah, GG is called.
Just nothing they could do, and actually for a second I thought MIT might lose a couple of heroes because they were just standing in the macro pyre. But with the pipe back, with the mech as well, just did not end up working in their favor because they didn't just have enough damage output from anywhere.
Yeah, this was a challenging game for them. But we'll see what they do in Game 2. This is a 2-game series in the joinDOTA League. So I'm going to put some music back on for you guys. We'll jump into the lobby, and we'll be back for Game 2.